Well, let's turn to our announcement section then for this week. Austin, what have we got?
We don't have any channel announcements or anything to do with the podcast, but some new software updates and talkback updates came away, especially Android 13 QPR2. One of the changes they brought to India was they rolled out 5G support to Pixel 6a and above. So that was a good change that they brought to India.
What about QPR to elsewhere? Warren, is there anything you noticed about that?
Also, talking about the QPR2 Beta 2, there are some fixes, but the main focus of this update has to do with some more Unicode. Those of you guys that like the emoji, shaking heads or pink, whatever, all that silliness, Unicode 15 support. So there's something called the transient taskbar, and this is most especially intended for tablets and things like that. So that now has that support, and then we have that lock screen shortcut support, and more of things of that nature. But I think that one of the most important things here that has a fix is that if you're using your camera, for example, and you're doing a video clip or whatever, and in that, while you're doing a slow motion and you change the speed or whatever, it doesn't work. So that is fixed. And then there's also um, sometimes it depends. I haven't seen it, but some people have seen it to where your screen becomes, unresponsive, like the home screen or something happens like that. So they fix that as well. And then another good thing is the profile. If you have a work profile on your phone, for example, and if you you take a screenshot, it sends it to your personal screenshots. Now that has been fixed, so we have that fixed. So it's just little fixes here and there that we have with this update, and there are some things that are coming next month, but people can already see what it is. It's not enabled at the moment, and most especially the ability to take screenshots or record an app. Say I'm trying to demonstrate Android 13.1 or Android 13.5 if you're on Samsung and you're always ahead of us. If I'm trying to demonstrate TalkBack 13.5 on Samsung, for example, and I don't want other things coming in, like maybe if I get a notification and it'll show up in there. So Google is taking care of that. It's not yet live in this version, but that means it'll be there next month before we get the final in March. And so those are some of the things and little fixes that we have there.
I know we've done it before, but you never know when new listeners come. So maybe we should add a little bit that's at the start of this, explaining what QPR versions are. Because to me, until a few weeks ago, I just thought it was a football team. So
Yeah, we could just explain it now. So it stands for quarterly platform release, and it's what Google releases 3 times a year. I think publicly they refer to them as feature drops. So there's a winter feature drop, spring, and summer, and so every 3 months they sort of do a smaller, you could call it like a point upgrade to Android or Pixel devices, and that's what we're referring to.
But it is a beta thing, isn't it? It's not the stable release.
Right. Yeah, right now it's a beta. It should be released by March.
Yeah, so that's why it's called a quarterly thing. So it's a 4-time thing. So the first one of the year is March, then you have June, then you have September, and it concludes, in December. And so that's what we had. The last one that we had in December was the full feature drop. So even if you're not in the QPR program, if you're not in that beta program, you will get them, quarterly. So, but if you're into the beta like I am, then you get them just about every month. In reality, you get that. It's just like the monthly updates that we have security patch. So like this one also comes with the security patch for the month of January.
Cool.